Warning, the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
That mom knows about the Freedom Fund.
Quite a few times Kenneka has asked me to write a book.
Now her mom said, hey, go set her up. We go knock her off.
Meantime, between time.
Kenneka in the freezer.
Wake up, Rosemont.
What up, everybody? It's your boy Randomnews, and I'm gonna welcome you to episode 10 of Cash for Kenneka. And by the time you get to the end of this episode, you might have to sue for malpractice, because we're about to step into the insane world of Dr. Ali.
I'm not a regular doctor.
My name is Dr. Ali Muhammad, and I am a tribal lawyer, a human rights lawyer, and I'm a physician, all right? Specializing in the anatomy and physiology of African peoples, sub-Saharan African peoples, with a specialization in the subject we call black biology, and nutrition, ethnogenetic nutrition. That's what I study.
Man, this dude's a goofy of all trades, isn't he? He could have just told you he was a fraud and been done with it.
Our discussion tonight is Kenneka Jenkins' message to Teresa Martin, all right? How to get justice for your daughter.
This is the last goofy you want to talk to about getting justice for anything.
And we're going to go through the most pertinent aspects of the case that are legitimate versus the illegitimate parts of the case.
Yeah, I'm just going to go with the illegitimate shit this goofy put out throughout this case.
I don't like to see these things happening where the family gets disappointed.
Yeah, then maybe he should keep his goofy ass far away from these families.
Your lawyer needs to get a freedom of information for the name and identity of the security guard who was on duty that night.
Something that was already in the discovery. What an idiot.
Why? Because your daughter was found in the freezer with cuts, abrasions, blood, possibly chipped teeth.
And just like the rest of the goofies, your boy got to start cooking up a conspiracy.
And the security guard, from what we know, from looking at the footage, is the only one who was walking around with blood coming from his body inside of that hotel.
And if you can't tell, this so-called doctor is more of a quack than anything else.
If your lawyer will refuse to do that, I'll do it. I'll do it. I don't need any money.
I couldn't even keep my blunt in my mouth. You know that dude's full of shit.
And if the FBI is watching this, all right, y'all like to watch our videos and find out what's going on.
You're looking at the face of a whole goofy. This so-called doctor needs to go get his head checked because he's just as delusional as the rest of the goofies who claim the FBI is watching them or out to get them.
And I know they are watching me. They are watching my page.
I always told y'all 12 was in my life. Maybe y'all will believe me now.
You're looking at the face of three whole goofies.
I know there's some conspiracy theories about the body not being Kenneka's in the freezer, all of that. I'm gonna finish talking to the mom and I'm gonna come and deal with all of that. Don't even worry about all of that.
Yeah, he don't want you to worry about those conspiracies because he got a whole book of them that he's gonna put out himself.
But let me say this to you, Miss Martin. You need to use your voice, all right?
She needs to use it to tell this dude to shut the fuck up.
To start a boycott of Rosemont, Illinois, Crown Plaza Hotel, and other hotels because it is possible that people who stay at the hotel are in danger because they might end up dead.
So his advice is for Teresa Martin to walk around and make herself sound as crazy as he is. What a goofy.
They might. There have been several deaths at the Crown Plaza.
And don't expect this goofy to tell you about any of them because he's just making the shit up off the top of his head.
The people who are getting hotels there need to know that. We need to make that public, and your voice can help with that movement.
Why can't he make it public? He just told you 7 people got killed there, and he ain't going to tell you anything. He needs Miss Martin to do it. What a goofy.
Miss Martin, I believe that they took an organ from your daughter, some kind of way. And I believe it because I tried to say that your daughter did not have a thymus. They tried to say that your daughter did not have a thymus. Agree? If your daughter would not have a thymus, she would have had chronic immune problems since she was young.
Now look, I'm not a doctor, but I do know how to use Google. And you can clearly see that by the time you hit puberty, your thymus gland disappears and turns into fat. And since Kenneka already went through puberty, you wouldn't see a thymus gland anyway. Never mind the fact that the autopsy shows nothing was missing. But you know, keep listening to this so-called doctor.
That organ is missing. And the only way that organ can be missing is if somebody took it. Okay? There's no other way to size that up.
I mean, to this day, it still blows my mind how anybody fell for any of this shit.
I wanted to ask Miss Martin something. I want to ask her about a photo of her daughter. Only she would know. So, well, I can't say only she would know, but this is a good question to pose to her.
Wait till you get a load of this goofy shit.
This is a photo that I took, that I enhanced. All right, so this photo, you can't really see it, but that's Kenneka.
No, that's a goofy pointing at a bunch of bullshit.
She looks all warped, whatever. But I did it because I wanted to see this door. Because when I did an earlier video, somebody was reaching, trying to grab her in the same hallway that the security guard. So this is the person who's over here, who was kneeling, and they got up. You can see their whole figure.
I'm starting to think that this dude might need to go see an actual doctor.
All right, I'm trying to show there's a conspiracy. Now the FBI, you have very technical equipment. You can, take these videos and photos and you can see some of the things.
Or you can just watch the clear footage like everybody else and see that your boy's full of shit. Because as you see, the door's shut and nobody's trying to pull her anywhere. Your boy must have prescribed himself. Because he's most definitely tweaking right now.
There's all kinds of things like that that are very suspicious.
The only thing suspicious here is his motive for making this dumbass video. But he's about to make that perfectly clear.
Now let me say something to the rest of you who are online. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just put it like this. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna hold this up. See this book right here? Can y'all see that? I'm gonna put it up. The Lost Aboriginal Heritage of the So-Called Negro African American. Right? I wrote this book. All right? This is one of my books. I've written over 20 books.
Yeah, and they're all full of shit. You knew the grift was coming. This goofy really on here trying to sell a self-help book.
You know what this book is designed to do? For you to get the knowledge to stop all of this.
Now I want you to believe his book would have prevented what happened to Kenneka. You're looking at the face of a whole goofy.
And so the community that I'm a part of is at the head of that information to get you in your proper political status so that you as a people can do what? Avoid all of this by uniting under something constructive.
For just $19.95, you too can be a member of the Goof Troop.
Governmentreparations.org, and check out that website, because what we want to do is stop this forever. No one wants to have this story about their daughter anymore.
Yeah, this grift is full of shit. Just like that website he tried to send you to. Because if you type it in, it's going to redirect you to this bullshit site that he created. That's just trying to sell you on some new age bullshit. Kind of like this dumbass conspiracy he's about to try to sell you.
This particular video is going to show not only that she was killed, how she was killed, who was involved, and what is the only way that her killers can be held accountable.
Spoiler alert, you're not going to see any of that. What you will see is a goofy make a fool out of himself.
Kenneka was fighting. Kenneka was fighting. Her lip was busted and her tooth was knocked out.
Her tooth wasn't knocked out at all, and you can go look that up yourself.
Not only that, the door handle that she was behind, look at it. The inner freeze, she cracked it.
Man, your boy's reaching, but watch how dumb this shit sounds.
Blood all over the door. She cracked it, she was kicking it.
One that's not blood. And if she was kicking the bright white door handle, wouldn't it be dirt all over the damn thing from the bottom of her shoe? What an idiot.
And so she ends up dead. She was fighting for her life. Other people were bleeding that night.
He's not going to tell you who those other people are.
The killer of Kenneka Jenkins is the security guard. He left the country. The killer of Kenneka Jenkins is related to who? That guy.
He really just said that shit. And whenever we find out who that guy is, I guess we'll know who the other killer is, right? What a dumbass.
They were trying to figure out what to do with this body?
Kinda like this dude trying to figure out what lie to tell you next. You're looking at the face of a whole goofy.
They were covering up the whole night? Oh man.
A lot of thems and theys, but no names.
There's a possibility that she was in that bag. I don't know. The bag was inside of the thing. All right.
The bag was inside of the thing. That's doctor talk for this dude's full of shit.
They probably was trying to figure out where to take her. And then after talking together and deliberating, because the friends had already brought her to the freezer, they probably like, look, she walked in there voluntarily in the beginning. Let's keep that story as the story. Here's the bag inside. All right, that's the bag. See her shoe up there. That's the bag on the inside.
Man, this dude is an idiot. That's not a bag at all. It's old pipe insulation that's wrapped around this pipe right here. And it started flaking off onto the floor. And that's all you're seeing, as you can see from the video. But trust me, this so-called doctor ain't done making himself look stupid yet.
I can't make this up. Look, if that's her in the bag being brought there, I want you to pay attention. See that? Now watch, you're gonna see some blood come up after he hits this thing.
Oh, you're gonna love this shit.
He's gonna run into it, right? That's the body that was in the bag.
Now this is what these frauds try to get you. Now notice he's only showing you this zoomed in blurry ass video because he doesn't want you to see the clear video that shows you the timestamp that says it's 1:26, meaning Kenneka's still alive and she can't be in the bag.
Look at the blood. That's him turning, he's going that way. That's the blood on the floor.
And you would think a doctor would know the difference between blood and water, because if you just watch the video, if you look at the time, if you just let it flow through, you'll see over time that the water evaporates. And since blood doesn't evaporate, your boy's a whole goofy.
They was cleaning this hotel all night. Somebody up high was giving these instructions.
They usually call them the manager. And as far as that so-called blood goes, nobody even mopped that shit up.
All right. If you saying he did not mop it up, then go watch the video.
Or he can just show you the video that he took the screenshot from and show you that nobody mopped it up. But your boy's a fucking fraud.
And so now we're looking at Monifa's crew to see whether they were playing with her and left her in there.
And you know this wouldn't be a J for Pay video without accusing Monifa and her crew of hitmen.
You want to know what the spiritual nature of this is? You want to know what it is? Rosemont is mad at y'all because y'all black people online, just by taking this case seriously, have disrupted their whole organ trafficking operation.
Your boy pandering hard as shit because it's more like they created that dumbass conspiracy. Just like the conspiracy your boy's about to come up with now.
You see her cuts right there, look. Look at her wrist. See that? Bruises and skin slightly removed.
That's not skin removed at all. It's a reflection of part of the watch from the flash of the camera. And it's just reflecting off of her skin.
Whoever was in here had boots on, and there were multiple ones of them, and one of them was standing on her feet.
He knows all this, but he doesn't know who they were. And wait till you see how dumb he's about to make himself look.
Fresh dirt. This is from the bottom of a shoe, right? This is from the bottom of a shoe. You can almost see the pattern that they were standing on her leg trying to hold it down with some heavy boots.
Now this goofy wants you to believe that that's a boot pattern on the side of her shoe because he's too lazy to look up the actual shoe she was wearing. And if he did, he would see that that's just a pattern of the shoe. And since she was rolling around in dirt, it got dirty. As you can see from the other shoe, it got dirt in the same area.
With dust on them. So whoever this was, this might be the person who was working in the back with the hard hat.
I'm sure it was the same hard hat he had to put on every morning before they loaded him onto the short bus. I mean, this dude is a straight up idiot. And here's a perfect
Black
example of that.
And it's straight. You see that? It's black and it's straight.
Yeah, your boy's on here trying to convince people they put a zip tie around Kenneka's neck.
If you were to put this on somebody's neck, it would look like a black choker between hair and the difference between this right here. This is a close-up, zoomed in of her neck.
Now watch how this so-called doctor can't tell the difference between the zip tie and hair.
It's strapped around. This is why they took her hair and they wrapped it around the bottom of her neck. Whoever first came in,
there he goes with the no names again. What a goofy.
I propose that they knew before they went in. But if they didn't know before they went in, they saw it and they covered it up with her hair.
Sounds dumb as fuck, right? Well, everybody else thought so as well. And they started clowning the shit out of this goofy. And less than a week later, your boy came out with this shit. Completely taking back that whole zip tie story, trying to save face. Because he's a fucking fraud and a dumbass. But then he tried to start a new conspiracy and tried to race bait. Check this shit out.
And Mr. Larry Rogers has a white wife. I'm just saying. Does he have something against black women?
Now that shit came completely out of nowhere. As if it mattered if Teresa Martin's lawyer's wife was white or not. But like always, that idiot was talking out of his ass again because the dude's wife wasn't white. But the rabbit hole got even deeper once he gave out his Facebook page. And that shit was hilarious.
On Facebook is Amaru, A-M-A-R-U. All right? Just put that in. Nama, N-A-M-A-A. And when you put that in, you're going to see, Dr. Ali and all that stuff.
Yeah, hilarious stuff like this moron sitting over on his page, telling all of his followers that he got the power to cure vitiligo, like he's some type of healer or some shit. Then he compared vitiligo to leprosy, like a fucking dumbass. Because all you gotta do is search Google, and 2 seconds to show you that leprosy and vitiligo are two completely different things. But leave it up to this so-called doctor not to know the difference between the two. But the funniest shit was when he went on his page and started comparing himself to Jesus, claiming that only him and Jesus had the power to cure this shit. What a fucking cocky ass clown. Now at this point I know you're thinking, how much crazier can this story get? Well, it can get a lot crazier. But your boy's next grip would be the beginning of the end for him. Check out the next story.
And so now we want to move into the zone of what is the importance of this particular case and what does the future of this case actually look like.
Well, I can tell you for a fact that it ain't going to look too bright for this goofy.
A worker at the Cook County Medical Examiner's office. From what I was sent.
Here we go with the medical examiner scam again. All these frauds try this. They claim they got somebody that works at the examiner's office that gives them information. Your boy Edward Joseph just tried it.
Island Girl is going to be added to the stream. So there's Island Girl.
I work for the Chicago Medical Examiner office. The girl that was in the freezer, that wasn't the girl who they brought in. It was the girl that was on your page, the decomposed body.
And if you can't tell, this bitch must work for Dr. Ali, because she's just as crazy and dumb as he is.
Is that Kenneka Jenkins was found with 3 different types of male sperm.
Just like when they found this moron with exactly 3 brain cells. You see, it was bullshit like this that fucked this case up. But it gets worse.
But according to what was discussed in this email, there was a specific reason why the medical examiner avoided using any indication in the report.
Because this dumbass just made all that shit up off the top of his head. And now he's trying to give you an excuse of why he can't show proof.
It's been brought to my attention also that there are people who are or have been studying this case who are saying things about me personally.
You know, the usual stuff. That he's a scammer, a fraud, and a liar.
I didn't just start reporting on things happening socially in the community based on our dear sister having the unfortunate death that she had. I have been around for a very long time.
Because your boy's been a scammer from way back, and you're going to see more of that soon enough.
They, preclude that me personally, that I came out of nowhere talking about Kenneka Jenkins. So I want to help them, and I'm going to be humble. I'm going to say, it's not your fault that you are that stupid.
So he's on here trying to call somebody stupid, when he's the one that just told you Kenneka was found with 3 different types of sperm in her. Funny thing is, there were 2 autopsies done, and neither one of them showed that she was raped at all, showing that his so-called medical examiner friend is just a figment of his imagination, just like him being a doctor.
You're immature.
Remember he said that.
Because many of you, without Kenneka having this unfortunate accident, no one would even know who you were.
And that's the only honest thing he's going to say in this whole video, and he can lump himself in with those people.
Many of these people have said about me personally, they don't know anything about me. They don't know about my graduation from Temple University and being an athlete there.
Temple University, huh? And he's an athlete? Your boy's an overachiever.
I know people have been sending me emails of YouTube videos of males and females mentioning my name and saying stuff about me. First of all, none of it is true. All right. Second of all, it's a waste of time. I have no time for that. I did not come to talk about some little sick YouTubers.
And yet, here he is.
They're immature. They're just immature. They're either immature or they are agent provocateurs. They're the cops.
You looking at the face of a whole goofy. See what I mean when I say these people will do anything to save face in front of their audience? And they'll just say the dumbest shit they can possibly come up with out of their mouth. And people that saw that shit didn't take it too lightly. And that spelled the beginning of the end for your boy Dr. Ali, because they started exposing him rapidly. Remember when he said this?
They don't know about my graduation from Temple University.
And judging by this evidence, nobody did, because your boy tried to show us his diploma, and that shit didn't work out for him.
You see that science is spelled wrong.
Trust me, this shit gets better.
As you can see, science is S-C-I-E-C-N-E. Like who spells science? 20 is also misspelled. T-W-E-T-N-Y. It's spelled like Twetney.
And at this point, I was all like,
I can't make this up.
This is what a real degree from Temple University looks like. And you can see that the spacing is not as cluttered. You know, you actually have spaces, no misspelled words.
Now, once everybody saw that diploma was bullshit, your boy doubled down and tried to show his alumni card. That didn't work out either.
So let me show you, just for the camera's sake. I can shoot it right here, right? This is my alumni card. You know what I mean?
And of course, somebody was already on it. Check it out.
Check out CP in the one of the yearbooks. Surely he's in one of them. I mean, granted, everybody don't take a picture every year, but shit, you should be in one of them, right? So I did that mad search of their Temple University. 0, no results for anybody by the name of Marcus Ali Counts.
I know what you're thinking. Who the hell is Marcus Ali Counts? Well, your boy got an answer for that too.
I changed my name in the year 2000, 16 years ago. My birth name was Marcus Ali Counts.
But listen to this part of the story.
That's my legal name. I changed my name without paying for it. All right? I didn't pay $400 to go change my name.
By law, you have to pay that money in Pennsylvania in order for your name change to be legal. Your boy just wants you to believe that the rules don't apply to him.
My original degree was in Marcus Ali Counts. After I changed my name, I went back and got the name put on it. So the replacement degree was where they made the error.
More like that's where he made the error. Because no college is going to put a fake name on a legal document. Not to mention the fact that those degrees are just printed from a template. They're not going to misspell words on it, let alone twice.
He never went to Temple University. He fucking lied. He's a fucking fraud.
Ali Muhammad. This is an undergraduate degree in 1998.
Yeah, and if you go to their website and type in his so-called new legal name, you ain't going to find shit on that either. Because your boy's a fucking scammer.
Everybody who knows me knows I play sports.
Remember he said that shit.
All right? Okay. I was an All-American athlete.
All-American? You would think he'd be playing for the NFL, right?
When I was younger, I played cornerback, but I started as a free safety.
I think he dug himself into a hole enough. Now, since he said...
Everybody who knows me knows I play sports.
I just happened to come across somebody that knows him, and they had a different story altogether.
Y'all remember in the beginning when I say, who do you know Ali as? And you said Marcus Counts.
You better light your blunts up, because this shit's about to be funny as fuck.
And remember, he's supposed to play for Temple University. Well, here's the stats. Here is the stats. Let's look at the stats, Mr. Marcus Counts.
And I'm sure your boy was watching this mad as fuck.
Played in 1995. That's consistent what you said to, that's consistent what you said to Sinetta.
But watch how the plot thickens.
Y'all remember this picture right here that he showed? And he showed this on Sinetta TV and said that he was in Temple University and he played football. Anybody remember that? This was what he showed right here. You see the timestamp right there. This is what he showed. Now I'm gonna show you the real Marcus Counts.
The real Marcus Counts?
This is the real Marcus Counts. That's not Ali Muhammad. Go look it up. Google Marcus Counts, Temple University, right now.
Your boy really out here stealing people's identities and shit.
Google it. He never went to Temple. He never played football.
Just like he never had any real info on the Kenneka case.
He's so crazy that he actually, the real Marcus Counts, jersey is number 8. He went so far to even put on a number 8 Temple jersey.
Man, your boy went all in on this scam, didn't he? And I thought Jet 33 was bad.
This is why earlier he made this statement.
Is when they send agents into our community. They've been sending agents in. They told you.
So he on his channel talking about agents. That's what they do. He knew that this was about to happen. He already knew. He watched my research. He knew he was in trouble.
And this dude's research was deep because he exposed all types of shit.
This is why you see back 13 years ago, Ali Muhammad was Ali Muhammad Bey.
Damn, how many names does this goofy have?
Because he was coming through the Moorish door to infiltrate and convolute the information to mislead, misguide, and confuse people.
And it looks like he used the same exact grift on this Kenneka case, didn't he?
Honor is an acronym that stands for the Aboriginal Public of North America, etc., etc. And he posed to be the president, right?
Man, the people in that group must be dumb as fuck if they're following this goofy.
He was taken up on charges for embezzlement.
Sounds about right.
And performing treason. We will also be auditing the treasury and expenses that the defendants charge the honor members. It gets better.
Oh, it sure does, because your boy been up to all types of crazy shit.
Asaya benefited from Marcus usurping and embezzlement from the tribe and usurping a prime minister of honor and CEO of the International Indigenous Society through coercion and deceptive practice. Now, this is what his own circle accusing him of.
And when your own people are calling you a fraud, you know you're doing bad.
And for that, they expatriated him. Do anybody know what expatriate mean? For stealing these people money, they expatriated him. They sliced them off. All of this rah-rah is about selling these fake materials, these fake items. You see what I'm saying? He's a fake doctor.
And the people in the Kenneka community ate everything he set up because he had a bunch of different people repeating all the goofy shit he came up with.
He claims to be Aboriginal Medical Association and doctors, and he charges $1,000 for a consultation.
$1,000. And if you think that's bad, wait till you see his products.
Everything he's selling. Basic body work, relaxing full body massage, meridian body work, focus healing, indigenous acupuncture. He even do acupuncture now.
Your boy's a goofy of all trades.
To even talk to him for 30 minutes, he charges you $150.
Damn, your boy got them Candace Star prices, don't he?
Health consultation with Dr. Ali is $500, and he has yet to show you the degree.
And the fact that people fall for this shit trips me out every time.
Then he's gonna put a young sister up there on his website to sell Mandingo for men.
And the fact that he's using a picture of a little girl to sell this shit is sick as fuck.
He's selling it for $8, $80. Here goes another scam. He's selling bicarbonate, right, for $80. Let me show you what it is. He's not a doctor, but he's giving people sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate is an antacid used to relieve heartburn and indigestion. Your doctors also may prescribe sodium bicarbonate to make sure your blood and urine less acidic in certain conditions. Now that could be one of the uses, or it can make you a mandingo.
The only thing that shit gonna make you is a goofy if you pay for it.
So he actually selling it as a sex enhancer.
Which again begs the question of, why the fuck is there a little kid on the front of this shit?
Like a Viagra. You know what I'm saying? But when you really look at it, you will find out that if not taken right, if not used right, you know what I mean, that you can have side effects. And also, you can develop symptoms from slow breathing, swelling of lower feet, bloody black tarry stools, blood in the urine. Now, stop right there. If one develops blood in their urines, who do they call? This guy is selling something that if misused and abused, it can cause problems, right? But you can't call him. He's gonna get low.
I mean, that's usually what those frauds do.
So he's selling baking soda liquefied for $80. And you can buy sodium carbonate powder for $2.99 on the internet. And it does the same exact thing.
This dude has to be the biggest scammer I've covered so far.
Only who have successfully completed the juris course. He's selling this juris course as if he's making attorneys within his nation.
I don't even got a joke for this shit.
You can't take this and use this nowhere in the United States. You got a piece of paper that he have printed off his printer and sent it to you.
And you ain't heard shit yet because the scams just keep on coming with this dude.
He also going to sell you motions drafted. You got to draft some motions. They for $250. Certificate of nationality, $20, $25. Business appointment. I don't know what that is, but he wants $65 for it. It's on sale.
He said that shit's on sale. This shit is too much.
Child support remedy consultation, $65. How is he going to sell you child support remedy consultation when he couldn't even get himself out of child support? I got the receipts.
Man, I know Ali can't stand this guy.
Let's not forget his disclaimer so he can take your money.
Oh man, you're going to love this part.
This is not a law firm. I am not a lawyer, nor attorney. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only.
This clown out here scamming the shit out of people.
But he's going to sell it to you for $250. He's going to sell you legal advice, but then tell you it's for entertainment and educational purposes.
And the sad part is he literally got people to fall for this shit. That goes to show how stupid people are.
He also is going to sell you a baptismal certificate. He's going to sell you that for $40, but it's on sale this week for $25 if you want to be baptized as an Aboriginal.
Yeah, Aboriginal goofy.
He also got a book of healing thyself for $400.
$400? Get the fuck out of here.
He can't even prove that he's a doctor, but he's going to sell you a book for $400, and he's going to sell you some baking soda for $80 with some vinegar.
Now, needless to say, once he got exposed for being a fraud, all the people that followed him weren't too happy about being ripped off. And they jumped on Facebook and started telling him about himself. And just like Jedediah Brown, your boy ain't take that shit too lightly. And he jumped online and just went the fuck off. He started cussing out everybody that followed him, including every female that had something to say. But what made this shit classic is when he went live on Facebook and then quickly deleted the shit. Luckily, somebody else got a copy of it. Because your boy went the fuck off. And all that black power shit he talks, well, that shit went right out the window.
White women are the best strategists in socio-political operations because they're at home in their neighborhoods, not becoming baby mamas, and working together with homeowners associations, programs for their children, recreation centers that they're running and owning in their neighborhoods, voting blocks. They are putting their minds together to support their husbands to dominate your dumb ass. So shout out to the white woman for standing up and being a sign of
Your boy Big Mad, and the way he's starting to make me ask the question of,
does he have something against black women?
Sure seems like it.
Big Mad, what you gonna do? Throw a weave at me? Huh? What you gonna do?
Oh shit.
What you gonna do?
Oh shit.
You gonna get mad at me and throw your Brazilian at me?
Man, what type of doctor talks like this?
You gonna pull off your fake eyelashes and use them as nunchucks, or what you gonna do?
And you know you got them in their feelings when they get that petty.
You gonna throw an ankh at me, nigga? What you gonna do?
He said.
You gonna throw an ankh at me?
He said nigga.
I mean, that's not very aboriginal of him, is it?
You gonna go do some spooky ass shit and say, I'm about to do a ritual, I'm gonna burn a candle on his black ass. Listen, you better save that candle before your lights go out. You better save that candle before your lights go out, nigga. It's hard times in the hood.
See what I mean? They'll say absolutely anything once you expose them.
And this is not a woman bashing session, brothers. You ain't shit. That's why the black woman is in the state that she's in. Because a man is fucking weak. You let your women do any fucking thing.
See what I mean about that whole black power bullshit he was on? All that was a scam to trick black people out of their money. Because now you see how he really feels about them.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? Like, yeah, your black ass need to deserve to lose your woman, your children, everybody.
Yes, Kiki. That's Dr. Ali.
You coward, dude.
Unbelievable.
And as you can see, his fans aren't too happy about this shit.
Black men are fucking cowards. They'll jump on YouTube and do videos against each other, but when we call their black ass to go somewhere to put in some work, they ain't doing nothing.
This dude wouldn't know shit about putting in no type of work, especially since he ain't got no job.
You know how many niggas I got who do videos against me? I don't even know these people. They just up there doing videos. Oh, this nigga Ali a liar. Oh, this nigga Ali ain't got no degree. Fuck the degree, nigga. Meet me somewhere.
Your boy Big Mad. And just like P. Rico, he on here selling wolf tickets.
I'm gonna leave it alone. Yo, I'll do my two lectures on Kenneka, and may my little sister rest in peace.
Now after this, your boy stopped making Kenneka videos altogether. For YouTube, that is. Because he took all his videos and put them on his website. A website that you had to pay $9.99 to get on. And his loyal subscribers, they really weren't happy.
This is my message to Dr. Ali. Dr. Ali, I respected you in the beginning when you first started doing your work on the case of Kenneka Jenkins. But brother, you done fucked my whole understanding up with this.
Now this is Charles. He's a freedom fraud reject. You might remember him from my episode called Fraud versus Frauds. If you can't tell, he's not so bright. But he was heartbroken after what Ali said, because he fell for everything Ali ever said to him. Check it out.
First of all, you stated out your mouth that you will help Mama T for free of charge.
If your lawyer will refuse to do that, I'll do it. I'll do it. I don't need any money.
You only want justice for Kenneka, but it seems like you're not justice for Kenneka. You don't want justice for Kenneka. You want money for Kenneka.
Or as I like to put it, cash for Kenneka.
How you gonna sit there and tell Mama T that you will help her for free, then turn around and charge people $9.99 just to get information about you?
It's better than paying $200 for a fake degree.
You about money, bro. That was your motive in the first place.
Yeah, just like the rest of the goofies.
When I went live a couple of weeks ago, I talked real greatly and highly of you. Out of all the YouTubers, bro, you was the person I was talking about, bro, that I watched.
Yeah, you can tell by his face that he gonna cry in the car. Wait a minute, he's a freedom fraud. He gonna cry on the bus.
But you just showed me your hand. You showed me you just like the rest of the motherfuckers. You ain't shit. So fuck you. You feel me? Your ass, like Vince McMahon saying to WWE, you're fired, motherfucker. Fuck out of here. Goodbye.
Man, that was cringeworthy. But let this be a lesson to you. Don't let these frauds make you look like your boy Charles here. Don't become a victim of a scammer. Because at the end of the day, most of these dudes are just on here trying to make a quick buck. And you don't want to fall for the antics of an actor.
Stole for parking tickets.
car here is because they overcharged us by $1,250 for the tickets.
Well, I wasn't joking. Your boy's a reality TV show reject.
We gotta pay these people $1,208 for holding it based on their fraud. So who's gonna pay us this back? Will the city pay us this back?
Well, you know what they say. You can't keep a good fraud down. But with that, that's where I'm going to end this episode. I hope y'all had a good time. I hope you like, share, and subscribe. And if you enjoy the content, hit the Cash App for your boy. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Or they are agent provocateurs. They're the cops.
You about money, bro. That was your motive in the first place.
Then he gonna put a young sister up there on his website to sell Mandingo for men.
I'm not a regular doctor.